Hey guys, welcome into the video. So this week is going to be absolutely crazy. There are so many opportunities in the market. In this video, I'm going to be going over every single opportunity that I believe can make us a ton of money. So in this video, I'm going to be going through the top penny stocks that I like this week and the top earnings plays this week. We know that it's earnings season. We know some big things are coming. There's so many undervalued stocks. There's so many stocks that are going to pop this week. And I'm just going to bring you guys all the information possible. So I'm not going to be able to take deep dives on this stock because I could make this video 2 hours long talking about all these stocks and taking deep dives on them, showing you guys my research. But I'm going to try to make this video under 20 minutes so you guys can watch this, get all the information you need in a short amount of time. Make sure to always do your own research after you look at these stocks, after I talk about these stocks, because I'm just going to give brief descriptions of each one of these stocks, leaving you to do the due diligence and research. Make sure you like this stock, because I think that's very important for you guys to do. After I show you guys these opportunities, it's up to you to whether or not you make this investment or you don't. I'll be telling you guys my top investments for this week. Make sure not to just copy every trade that I have. And yeah guys, we're about to make a ton of money this week. There's so many opportunities. It's insane, guys. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first off, let's talk about the earnings plays for this week. So we got FLIR earnings on August 6th. I've been talking about this one nonstop. One of my favorite earnings to play this week. I have options going to earnings and also stock going to earnings. I have about 100 shares and a couple contracts. Very excited for FLIR earnings. Now there's a lot of hesitancy with FLIR earnings. There's a lot of people thinking that they're going to underperform heavily. There's actually articles about how FLIR is going to disappoint at earnings. Keeping my strong thesis on this one, I do expect this stock to reach $44 to $45-ish. With earnings, I see a downside of reaching $39 or so. So there's a $2 downside and $4 upside in my opinion. Definitely worth the risk reward, and I do think they're going to impress on earnings. I do think their thermal imaging is going to take them over the top. Now of course they're not going to have a huge beat because their other business models are hurt right now because of this virus situation, but I believe they're going to show the growth. They're going to show on their earnings call that they are growing business, and this is actually helping them as a business grow and see more opportunities. So I'm very bullish on FLIR going to earnings. One of my favorite earnings plays this week, as I've been talking about this one for the past 2 months or so. So we also got Peloton earnings this week. Their earnings are on August 5th after hours. You guys know I love Peloton so much. I've been talking about their earnings for the past 2 months as well. I've been talking about FLIR and Peloton non-stop. These are some of my favorite opportunities in the market. Peloton benefits like crazy off the virus. People staying at home, people canceling gym memberships. Their business model is just perfect for what's happening right now. I do believe that they're the future of at-home fitness, and I do expect a crazy earnings beat. I do expect a lot of hype on the earnings call. The last earnings call I listened to, the CEO is just crazy hyped about this company. He knows how to hype investors up. He just knows how to get investors excited. So my plan on this one is I'll have a lot of stock going to earnings. I'm probably going to have a couple call options as well. And of course there's a chance they disappoint because the expectations are so high already. But I still do expect them to beat expectations. I still do believe investors get super excited over this one. And I still do expect to run up until earnings. So Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday we can see running up. And then Wednesday after hours they finally have their earnings. And I will be playing their earnings. If we see a huge run up leading into Wednesday, I'll probably take profits. Because that's just my strategy as an investor to always take profits. So you don't risk going to earnings. But if there's not a huge run up, of course I'll hold their earnings because I am so bullish on this company. So there are a few very interesting opportunities that I haven't looked at deep yet, but I am very intrigued by these opportunities. All of these stocks benefit heavily off the virus and being at home. So the first one of these is after hours on Monday. Chegg earnings, ticker symbol CHGG. So they're a big online schooling platform. They take into account all the age ranges, so they have platforms for elementary school up until college. So they're just a biggest platform for online schooling. They're a huge platform. People love their product. So this is kind of perfect for what's going on with Chegg right now. Now of course expectations are super high, just being one of the #1 online schooling platforms, and people are just buying it like crazy. But I still believe that their guidance that they put out could surprise investors even more. So I see about a 20% upside in this stock, and I see about a 10% downside. So the risk reward is pretty solid in the favor of the investor, but it's still not amazing. Now make sure you believe in this company fully. Now I'm on the fence about this one. I'm not sure, but one thing that I see on Monday is I see a run up until close. So if you can get in pre-market on Monday or market open on Monday, I think you should see a solid 2 to 5% gain throughout the day on Monday as investors get very excited for Chegg earnings. So you can either ride the hype, sell it before earnings, hold their earnings, it's up to you. Make sure to do your own research on this one, but there's just a very interesting opportunity. So the next stock that is benefiting heavily off the virus is Upwork, ticker symbol UPWK. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know Upwork. I've actually used this recently for the first time. It's a very solid platform. So what Upwork does, they outsource work. So for example, I use this for a thumbnail. So when I was first starting out YouTube, I didn't know how to make thumbnails or anything like that. So I'd pay somebody $10 to make me a thumbnail. I'll send them a picture, they'll design it, tell them what I wanted, send them $10, and that's how Upwork works. You just outsource the work that you need to do digitally. So it's a very interesting business model. It's the #1 player in its space. I do believe that a lot of people started Upwork accounts this quarantine, and we should see a big impact on that, a big jump in the user base of Upwork, as people just try to make money when they're at home. If you have a passion for editing videos and you have nothing to do, you have no way to make money, you got laid off your job, you're at home, you gotta make money, you join Upwork, you start editing videos, get paid, what, $20 per video, $30 per video, and I have a thesis that just so many people are doing that during the virus, and a lot of people don't want to go outside, we know that. So people are just trying to make money at their house. Upwork is the perfect thing to do. If you have any type of skill, you can just kind of outsource that work. If you need work done for you, if you're starting up a YouTube channel like myself, I used Upwork like I was saying. So I am thinking that there is such an increase in the level of users. A lot of these users are going to stick even after the virus ends, after we see a vaccine. So Upwork should see a huge jump in the amount of users. They should see some great growth. They should just have some great guidance. So this is the earnings that I'm very, very bullish on. Now take into account the value is high, the expectations are high. So it's up to you if you think the earnings are priced in. Now personally, I'm not 100% sure. This is one that I'm also on the fence about. I do need to do some more research, but this is just a very interesting opportunity that I'm currently contemplating playing earnings for this stock. So the next earnings I'm going to talk about is Wix, Wix.com. I'm sure a lot of you guys know the platform. So pretty much what the platform does, it helps you create your own website very easily. Now a lot of people love what Wix does as a company. Now personally I've never used Wix, but I have seen an increase in the amount of people starting businesses at home, a lot of people starting websites for it. There's just a lot of interesting things having to do with the at-home space with this company. Their earnings are on August 6th after hours. So a pretty big opportunity there. There should be an increase in growth, the increase of website creation. Now we saw them kill earnings last time. The value is super, super high, so I am very, very hesitant on this stock. We should see a pre-anticipatory run-up, so you can play that pre-anticipatory run-up, or you can play the earnings, whatever you think, develop your own thesis on this one. Personally, I am very hesitant because the value is so high already, but people really do like this website. We could see even more growth, and this may be one that you may not want to be sitting out of because there could be a huge jump. So keep an eye on this one. This is one that I'm very, very interested in. So the next stock I'm going to be talking about is one that I love long-term, and honestly, I don't want to be left out of this one if this sees a huge jump on earnings, and I do plan to get in just so I'm not left out on the boat if this does take off, and earnings could go either way. So this stock is Square, ticker symbol SQ. So a lot of people know their business model. So many people love their business long-term, me included. So their business model is Cash App, and Cash App you can send money to each other without fees. You can also invest in a couple stocks. You can use crypto. You can invest in Bitcoin. So there's some very interesting things going on with Cash App. The growth is absolutely huge. And personally, I have a thesis that Cash App is going to be the #1 payment processing system in the future. This is going to be the #1 platform that people use to send money to each other. They're also going to be supporting Bitcoin, so people could send Bitcoin to each other if you think Bitcoin is the future. So that's something very interesting going with Cash App. I do believe that the growth in Cash App is not priced into the market yet. So that's my big thesis on Square. But there's also the payment processing. So they have these card processors they give to small businesses. They take a small fee, a small monthly payment, and businesses get to use this. It makes things very, very easy. It gives them the statistics. So it's a great business model in that. But the thing is, some small businesses have gone bankrupt. They've had to close their doors. And most small businesses have just not had the customer base, the number of sales that they would usually have. So in that case, the upcoming earnings is going to hit Square hard on that business model. But in my personal opinion, I believe that the Cash App guidance of the new members joining, the new users joining the app, this is going to outrule the short-term revenue decrease. So with earnings, you got to pay attention to the guidance. Guidance is the #1 thing. The stock market trades on future expectations, not past performance. So earnings results is based on a lot of past performance, and the earnings call is based on guidance. So I'm very bullish that the earnings call is going to hype investors up, get them excited about Cash App, and then Square is going to have a pretty solid jump. Now, there's not any huge opportunity going to Square's earnings. Personally, I do plan to get in just so I don't miss out on the potential boat if it takes off, if it shoots up to 150, 160. There is a lot of downside. I think there's a 50-50 shot that this stock gets hit hard or the stick jumps. It could go either way. It all depends on the earnings call. Now, I'm not expecting any huge revenue beat. They're not going to be positive. They're not going to be making money. It's still losing money as a full business, but this is a crazy growth company, one of my favorite companies long term. So for that case, I do plan to get in. This is not any huge earnings opportunity. This is just an opportunity that I want to get in long term because I do believe that the growth in Cash App is about to be huge. So one of my favorite opportunities that I've been looking into lately is actually one that I'm maybe most excited about out of all of these stocks. So this is One Medical, ticker symbol ONEM. So what is this company? So One Medical is a hip new health service provider with excellent customer service, well-designed phone apps, and a lot of telemedicine options. They IPO'd this year and their stock has soared, and they are a great comparison to Teladoc, ticker symbol TDOC, that actually killed earnings recently and has been doing very, very well. So last week, One Medical dipped 30% for no real reason. It was just a huge dip. The one reason that I came across is because the insider lockup period ended, so this means that the insiders can now sell their shares. And I was looking into this, there was not a lot of insiders selling, but this stock dropped anyway. So people are just anticipating the selling happening and they just sell out anyways. So I'm very excited for One Medical's earnings, being telemedicine and being a big social research opportunity that I've been taking into account. I've been researching this one all weekend. This is one that I'm maybe most excited about out of all the stocks in the market right now, just because I've been looking into this one nonstop, and I believe that the market has not yet priced in at all the opportunity that One Medical has. There's a new thing. They're a big future of healthcare providers. And the regular doctor's office, I think that's gonna be gone in the future. These new telemedicine companies, the apps that they have, this is going to be huge in the future, and that is why I'm so bullish on One Medical. Now their earnings are on August 12th. They're trading for $30 right now, and I do believe that $40 is an easy price target to beat. I do plan to make a substantial position in this company after this 30% dip last week. And honestly, this may be my new favorite opportunity in the market with a low risk and super high reward. This is a long-term hold for me after looking deep into this opportunity. Like I've been saying, I've been social researching this one nonstop. I've seen 99% good reviews on this company. Everybody's so excited about this company, but yet it dropped 30% last week. Unexplainable. Alright, so the next category of stocks I'm going to be talking about are the long-term bounce back plays. So these are stocks that I love. So these are a bunch of stocks that I love long-term, and I think the value is just so amazing right now. So the first one of these is LCA. This is the merger with Golden Nugget. It's down at the $11 range. We have support right here. I'm 90% sure that this is not going to go any lower than 11, and if it does, it's not going to go past 10 or anything like that. The downside is so limited. In the future, we got a bunch of catalysts. So let's talk about this for a second. IPOs, these are for companies who are raising money and are struggling. So with LCA and for Golden Nugget Gaming, this is a profitable company. And the owner of this company, what he did this for is to raise money so his other companies don't go bankrupt. While this is obviously not a good thing, we got to think about this for a second. Golden Nugget Gaming is a profitable company. Of course, he's not having the best intentions raising money for himself and for his other businesses. But with Golden Nugget, they're going to have that merger later this year. I would guess September, October-ish. When this merger happens, we could see a huge pop. I could see $20 at the least. So we should see $20 later this year. We should see $30 in 2 years. The market is just not priced in yet. I do believe that the at-home gambling space has so much growth ahead of it. Golden Nugget being one of the leading players. So things are just looking very good. The fact that it's a profitable business already and it just keeps on dropping, it benefits from the at-home space. Things are just going very good for LCA right now / Golden Nugget Gaming. Next up, we got SHLL / Hillion Motors. So they're going to have the merger later this year. Once again, I would guess September / October-ish when they have the merger. So until then, I do expect to be trading the $20 range, maybe 22. I'm very excited for this company. I do believe that it is a big part of the EV future. If you're using this as a quick trade, I do not recommend it at all. But if you're holding this for a couple months, 1 year, this is very easy money. Like I said, I see $30 in the near future. And finally, we got SPAQ, which is Fisker Motors, the merger with them. So we've had news and then pushing the merger back. We've had a bunch of news come out about this, causing the stock to drop pretty big. So when this stock is trading in the $10 range and the $11 range, I believe that this is an absolute steal. In the future, people are very excited about this stock. This is a stock that's going to trade for a premium. It's going to be a stock that you either hate or you love. So it could go either way of what happens, but I believe that the risk-reward ratio is just too good to pass up at these prices. The dips are uncalled for. It's been hit so hard recently. I think this is an easy money investment, just like SHLL, just like LCA. So this is one that I'm buying heavily at these prices that it's at right now. And I see some huge bounce back potential in the future. So out of these stocks, my number one buy out of these is LCA. Absolutely loading up in the $11 range. Number two, SHLL. I love the business model. I see very little risk. And then my number three is SPAQ, which is also Fisker Motors. Now I see more risk, more reward. So this is my number three buy. I am still buying heavy at these prices, but there is just more risk involved with this company. So those are just some bounce back value plays right now. So now the next category I'm going to be talking about is the penny stocks. This is where we can get 50% plus on our money this week. The most exciting, most fun opportunities in the market is with penny stocks. As you guys know, it's hard to resist trading penny stocks. You can have some crazy gains, some crazy losses. Always be careful. but hell yeah, it's very, very fun. So the first penny stock I'm gonna be talking about, and you guys already know what's up with this one, Kronos, ticker symbol KNOS. So they have another Facebook Live coming up on Tuesday. They're gonna be talking about their marketing, 200 plus marketing employees. Things are just going very good for this company. There's an easy pattern going on. I expect a gap up on Monday. I expect a RIOT up on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we may go even, we may go down a little bit. But with this company, PR comes out so much. Things just rocket the stock up. Believe me, I've been watching these patterns for the past 2 months. I've been obsessed with this stock. And we closed on Friday with great price strength, about 14 green bars closing the day. So this indicates that we're gonna see a gap up on Monday. So for this reason, I've been loading up on the dip, especially on Friday. I am very, very excited for Kronos this week. And once again, I expect a big run up Monday and Tuesday. Now, it could be even the rest of the week. We could see some PR. So yeah, guys, this is one of my favorite stocks this week, as you probably could have guessed. I love Kronos, ticker symbol KNOS. So possibly one of my favorite stocks to buy this week is Hawkeye Systems, ticker symbol HWKE. I've been loading up ever since Wednesday last week, and I believe we will see $1.50 within the next couple weeks. The business model of this company benefits off everything right now. They're very heavy in PPE equipment, very heavy in thermal imaging, body cams. So yeah, this company is primed to absolutely destroy earnings. I heavily recommend you go look at Hawkeye's financials, the numbers, their last earnings results. And yeah, this earnings is gonna absolutely destroy expectations in my opinion. We can see $1.50 to $2 plus. For that reason, I'm loading up. I'm being very patient with Hawkeye. Even though we had a run up this week, I do expect to keep running up. We could see a slight pullback at some point, but this is one of the stocks that I'm most confident in. The business model, the earnings results, and the current situation we're in, this company is primed for some huge growth. And like I've been saying, a price target of $1.50 to $2-ish is very, very reasonable. So recently, we've been seeing crypto absolutely rocketing. So how can we benefit off of this? So there are 2 stocks that I love that benefit off the crypto and the blockchain hype. The first one of these is Marathon Patent Group, ticker symbol MARA. As you guys know, this is a big blockchain company. They mine cryptocurrencies. I'm heavily focused on Bitcoin right now. So back when we saw all of the crypto hype in 2012 to 2015-ish, this was absolutely crazy for Marathon Patent Group, ticker symbol MARA. They ran up over $100 plus. Now currently we saw a huge run up last week, but we're still trading at $2. So if we see Bitcoin hype all over again, if we see 13, 14, 15,000 plus on Bitcoin within the next few months, we could easily see Marathon Patent Group rocket $10 plus. So this is a high upside, high risk play. You can never count on what's going to happen with crypto. I'm personally not super experienced trading crypto or knowing the price movements of crypto, but all I know is that this stock has absolutely crazy hype. Now it is kind of a gamble, but the risk reward is heavily in the investor's favor. So you could get this stock to go to $10, $20 plus. At the best case scenario, you could also see this stock get cut in half when and if Bitcoin gets hurt badly. So be aware of that. But yeah, the risk reward is absolutely huge for this stock. I was talking about it last week as my #1 play on blockchain and cryptocurrency. So the next blockchain stock that is very, very hyped is RIOT Blockchain, ticker symbol RIOT, kind of like MARA. This is a very hyped up one. The general public knows about this one, of course. And this is a stock that has, 5x upside at the best case scenario. At the worst case scenario, it could easily get cut in half. But be aware of these 2 crypto plays. Super high upside, super low downside. Be aware of all of that. But like in the past, we've seen this stock run up to $20 plus. So yeah, guys, be aware of the blockchain plays. There's a bunch more besides these 2. But these are the 2 most hyped, the 2 most public, and the 2 biggest ones that have the history of running up very, very heavy. So RIOT and MARA, as long as Bitcoin is rocketing, these stocks will keep rocketing as well. So the next stock that I've been playing for a while is Revive Therapeutics, ticker symbol RVVTF. So on Friday we got news that the FDA approved their phase 3 trials for the virus drug. So things are going very good for this company right now. We saw this stock rocket 60% plus. So I took profits on Friday because this rocketed 50% plus. Like I was saying, I always take profits when a penny stock jumps. So on Monday we could see either 2 things. On Monday, what I'm expecting is we see either a gap up, so this means a 20% plus pop once again on Monday, because the news has not fully settled in the market yet. People are getting excited over the weekend. Or we could see a dip and rip. We could see the stock dip 20% as a pullback scenario. You buy in heavy, and then this stock rips 40% plus. I could see either of these happening. So if we see a dip on Monday, I'll be a heavy buyer playing the dip and rip. If not, I'll watch it gap up. I'll see if we see a pullback, and if not, I'll just be watching from the sidelines and getting the next buy opportunity, not forcing anything and not chasing this stock. So that's my play on RVVTF, as it is pretty much the cheapest virus vaccine play. So the next two penny stocks I'm going to be talking about is two of them that I mentioned in my top 3 penny stocks for the month of August 2020 video. So the first one is Foresight Autonomous Holdings, ticker symbol FRSX. We finally saw the market start realizing the opportunity and the news that has started coming out, the speculation of news along with this company and the autonomous driving. So I think this is going to be a stock we have to be patient with. We're going to see the stock go up and down, could be pretty stagnant. But once the PR comes out, once the earnings call comes out in about 2 weeks, once any PR comes out, this stock is going to absolutely rocket. This is one of my favorite stocks to buy right now. I'm loading up even at these prices. It should be trading at $2. It's trading at about $1.60 right now. So like I've been saying, go watch that video if you haven't seen it. There's a ton of speculation of what news has come out. So the next stock is ACHV Life Sciences, ticker symbol ACHV. So on Friday, we actually saw the stock rocket up 80%. It was trading in the $20 range. It dropped. It's now trading in the $13 range. The reason that it was trading at like 60 cents before Friday is because the reverse split happened. So the reverse split, it combined 20 of the smaller shares to make one bigger share. So for example, on Thursday, it was trading, it closed the day for about 60 cents. So they added 20 of these together to make one stock so they don't get delisted or anything. So each of these came out to be worth about $12. We saw it rocket almost 100%, almost up to $24. I think it had a high of about $22. It went down midday. So this stock that I love, you can also see my full thesis on this one in the top 3 penny stocks video. But yeah, I'm still loading up at these prices. I was buying heavy on that dip on Friday after reaching $20. I was buying heavy on the $13 range. So it was a great value in my opinion. We could see a rocket whenever any PR comes out, whenever earnings come out. We could see the stock rocket whenever any PR comes out, when any earnings come out. And in September, we can expect them to update their drug. So this is one that I'm super bullish on, as you guys know. If it stays in this $12, $13 range, I will keep loading up happily. I do see the stock having crazy high upside. If this drug gets approved, we could see the stock absolutely rocket up. They're pretty much a company depending on this one drug, so take that into account. But yeah, it's definitely worth the risk reward in my opinion. So guys, the next stock I'm going to be talking about, this may surprise you, but I actually love this stock at these prices and the upcoming catalysts. This is Ideanomics, ticker symbol IDEX. It's currently trading in the $1.50 range. So they have 2 catalysts coming up. They have an investor conference on August 4th. It's gonna add to a lot of hype, I'm thinking, and should be a lot of hype and FOMO if it does jump. And also on August 11th, they have their earnings. I am expecting an earnings beat. There are things going on with this company that are great. Now, of course, they may be a fraud, they may not be a fraud. Who knows, but the risk reward is one that I like a lot with this stock. But I am back in invest in this stock as a speculation play. But this is a stock that I really like the upcoming catalysts. And I am expecting a good amount of FOMO as we see a jump. But we could see a 2x from here in the upcoming month or so. So Ideanomics, ticker symbol IDEX, is actually a stock that I like, once again, a lot right now. So a couple more stocks that can keep going big this week. The first one is Optech International, ticker symbol OPTI. So recently we got news that Kevin Harrington joined the team. They're working on opening up their new facility. We know that they got the Optech eye wand, just pretty much disinfects everything from a distance, perfect for this environment right now. And I can see Optech making some huge gains. We saw Kevin Harrington join the team of Kronos as well a month or so back. Once he joined the team, the rocket ship began. Could this be the same situation with Optech International? You can be the judge of that and do your own research. But this is one that I'm very, very interested in, and I've been talking about this one for the past month or so. We finally got the good news that we needed on this one. The next stock that I'm going to be talking about is Digital Locations, ticker symbol DLOC. We've seen some absolutely crazy pops in this one in the past. DLOC is a play on 5G. Very, very interesting stuff. If this gets any traction, this stock could absolutely rocket 100, 200, 300%. Now this is a super high reward, super high risk play. It's going to be very, very volatile. But if we get any hype on DLOC, if we get any hype on 5G in general, this is going to be the stock with the highest upside, even though it does have some of the highest downside. But be aware and be ready to hop in, go for the ride if this starts to take off. But I do not recommend you just buy in blindly and hold. It's not a smart decision. Make sure you get confirmation that you can buy in. Sell out at validation. Should be some easy money. So a very interesting play this week that a ton of people are bullish on right now is Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZN. We saw some absolutely crazy volumes, some crazy hype around this one. This stock was up 65% on Friday alone. We saw a pullback after hours. In my opinion, this could be a candidate for a dip and rip. We see a dip on Monday, and then it rips up 50%. Now, it's very possible in my opinion. This is not a stock that I'm going to be buying in blindly, but if we do see good value, if I do see some confirmation to buy in, that is the point where I'll buy in, and I'll go for the ride, possibly a day trade, possibly a short-term swing trade. And yeah, this is one of the highest upside in the market. CHF Solutions, ticker symbol CHFS. This is a stock that I've been talking about all throughout the past week. I've been loading up on every single dip. So they have earnings on August 4th. Some of the earnings that I'm very, very bullish on. I think they're going to blow expectations out of the water. And I have a price target of $1 plus after earnings. This is one of my favorite stocks to be buying this week before earnings. If you can get in before earnings, if you can get in the low 80s, that is absolutely money in my opinion. They're coming out with these amazing products. This product is absolutely game changing for the health sector. I really recommend you do some due diligence on this one, do some research. But their revenue and their results are going to absolutely blow expectations out of the water. And the guidance that they give, that's what I'm very bullish on. I'm very bullish on investors getting hyped up. This is going all around social media. One of my favorite buys, one of my favorite plays this week going into earnings. Now, Taseko Mines was one of my big plays last week. We saw it pop on Monday, then we saw it drop throughout the rest of the week. Very rough week for TGB overall, but it's back to the value that I'm very intrigued by, back to the 60 cent, 70 cent range. I am thinking about buying back in here. Now, I'll wait until I see some for sure support, wait till I for sure see the start of an uptrend, I'll buy in. And I think that will be an amazing buying time. It does have amazing value for the precious metal sector right now. One of the most undervalued stocks in the market. Like I was saying, the NAC CEO is also on the chairman board of members, and this company just has some big things going for it. The copper sector is looking very nice right now, and I think TGB still has a chance to reach $1 if we're patient and if we buy on the dips. It should be great value. So this is one that I'm heavily contemplating getting back in this week if we can get good value, and if I see the start of an uptrend. I'll wait for the technicals to tell me to do so, but I plan to get in this stock. TOMZ Environmental, ticker symbol TOMZ, is still one of my favorite penny stocks in the whole market. It's now trading in the 170, 180 range. I am very excited for this stock. I do think this stock should be valued in the $2.50 range. I'm looking at the results that they're going to have. This is one that I think they're going to blow expectations out of the water. Their Ceramist sprayers are absolutely game changing. If you don't know what this product is, I heavily recommend you go research this one. I do have a bunch of past videos on this penny stock as well, so you can go check those out and just go through a deep dive on everything about the company. This is a stock that the earnings date is going to have a pull factor. Just pull investors in who want to get in before earnings. You could play the pre-anticipatory run-up, which I'll play if we see a huge run-up. But if we don't see a huge run-up, I'll buy in heavy before earnings and play earnings because I do think they're going to beat expectations. And as of right now, it does not price in at the least. So this is one of my favorite buy and hold stocks. Very low risk at these prices. This is one of the easiest money swing trades in my opinion. A value that I love right now is AYRO Incorporated, ticker symbol AYRO. It's in the low fours right now. This stock loves to fluctuate between $4 and $5. It's pretty much at support right now. So I do expect this stock to uptrend, hit $5, probably drop then again. This is a stock that I like long term, but right now it is pretty easy money with the swing trade. So this is one that I'm holding right now. I bought on the 8% dip on Friday. And I do plan to swing this one up until the high fours. I'll take profits, buy back in if this dips in the low fours once again. This is stuff that you can just play the support and resistance, play the trend lines, and very easy money on the technical analysis side as they had an offering at $5 plus. So that's a big pull factor as well, leading this stock to go higher. A stock that I love right now is also Phunware, ticker symbol PHUN. So they had an investor meeting scheduled for Friday, but they didn't even have the meeting. You know why? They were so high in demand. They had so many orders to fill. They could not even have the investor meeting and had to push it back. If that doesn't tell you about what the company is doing right now, I don't know what to tell you. So I do plan on getting in this stock. I do not currently have a position, but I think that opportunity is huge. I do regret not getting on Thursday and Friday as I was heavily contemplating it, but this is a stock that I think should have a great run in the coming weeks. So the last stock I'm going to be talking about is Artificial Intelligence Systems, ticker symbol AITX. As we know, I've been talking about this one in the past as well. This is the technology that pretty much tells if people are wearing masks or not. So as these stores start requiring customers to be wearing masks, this is technology that tells if they're wearing masks or not and won't let them in if they're not wearing a mask. So very interesting technology, very high tech on the AI sector. Now this is a high risk, high reward. I see the stock with 5x upside. Now easy 50% downside. It is a big risk. Just being a penny stock trading on the OTC exchange, but the risk reward is definitely in the investor favor. And if you want my full thesis on this one, you can check out one of my past videos. I talk about it a bunch there. But this is a stock that I plan to get in for this week. Wait for some PR to come out, and then we could see 100% plus pop, and that's when I'll take profits, and then buy back in if we see a pullback. So that's my pattern with these OTC stocks. Play the PR, sell out when it gets overhyped, repeat the process, and easy money right there. So I definitely didn't have time to go over all the opportunities in the market. Make sure to always do your own research on these stocks. And there's a bunch of other stocks that I'm watching this week. I just could not get all the names out there. Make sure we capitalize on all the news coming out. Make sure we capitalize on the crazy volatility in this market. This is the craziest stock market that I personally have ever seen. So many ups and downs, so many penny stocks going up 300% in a single day. things are just wild, guys. Finding the opportunity, studying right now is going to be paying off, and that's why I'm working non-stop trying to find the best opportunities, because I know that the stock market opportunity right now, this is some of the best opportunity that we've seen in a very, very long time. So guys, if you want to get 2 free stocks on Webull, if you want to get $5 free on Acorns, if you want to open a CashApp account, support Square, support their earnings coming up, you can get $5 free on Square as well. So if you want to get $5 on Acorn and Square, make sure you use my CashApp tag and that'll get you $5 free. And I am affiliated with all of these companies. I do benefit when you use my links, but it does support the channel and would be greatly appreciated. No pressure, of course. And thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys so much for watching the channel. The growth we've been having is amazing. And I want to personally thank you guys so much for all the support you've given me, all the nice comments you left. To the haters, keep on hating. Any publicity is good publicity in my opinion. We're about to have a big week this week, guys. If you want to follow me on Twitter, make sure to do that. Like, subscribe, comment on this video. And I really do appreciate everything, guys. Let's get rich, baby.